We were prompted to move from Duluth because my mom passed in 2015 and left us her lake house. So we decided mortgage, no mortgage, and we were on the lake, so we moved here and just kind of moved as fast as we could. Our house sold in Duluth in 4 weeks, so we actually moved faster than we thought we were going to. So yeah, that's what brought us here to Livonia. And my mom had had the place for 10, 15 years and finally put a place on it. So I found the job at the coffee shop. I had joined a group called the Pilot Club with a neighbor friend of mine, little sweet civic club. And we were coming, they said meet at the coffee shop for a meeting. And I didn't even know there was a coffee shop in town at the time. Walked in, and I had been looking for a job for quite a while, and looked around and said, this place is really cute, I could work here. Well, the girl behind the counter said, well, as a matter of fact, we're hiring. And the rest is kind of history. We went and visited some family for a couple weeks and came back, and I started after we got back from vacation, September 3 years ago. Inspiration for tattooing, I've been drawing since I was probably 5. My whole life, getting in trouble in school, all that for drawing on my papers, blah, blah, blah. About 2 years ago, when I was 51, I started getting tattoos. And I had asked Kevin, who I work for now, if he did apprenticeship, and he said no. Cut to a year after that, my husband messaged him and asked him what machines that were the best to buy, because he wanted me to try. Like, hey, we're just going to try this. She's going to see how it goes. And he said, well, why don't you just let her come do an apprenticeship? And I was all for it. Now, before I started getting tattoos, I designed tattoos for a lot of people and just put it on paper and give it to them, say, yep, run with it, go ahead. Never thought I could put the needle to skin before, but the minute I got one, I was like, yeah, I could. So being an artist, I've done murals, I've done all the things you could possibly think of, commission work, and there was never a fit. This was like a puzzle piece fell into place. When he said that, I started, because he had us drawing for like the first 4 months, which I've been doing my whole life. And it just fit. It just fits. So that was the inspiration. I found something. Yeah, it just made sense, and I found something that I can do for hours and still like. This community is, when you're a non-traditional age and your littles have grown up and you don't have little kids anymore, so you're not doing the sports and the different things that people do when you have little kids. When you move into a community, it's hard to meet people. And I'm not a shy person, but you can't just walk in somewhere and go, hey. It's hard to meet friends and people you hang out with. So this has been good for that. I've met a lot of friends through the coffee shop. At 50-something years old, I was dumped in the middle of a bunch of 20-somethings, and it just worked. So they're my friends. The people I've met here are friends. I know more people in the 6 years I've lived in Livonia from working here at the coffee shop than I knew well in the community I lived in for 17 years. Any opportunity that passes your way, don't spend your life going woulda, shoulda, coulda. Just don't. You have to, if you have a passion, not even a passion, if you have an interest in something and you want to do it, don't turn 70 years old and go, God, I wish I'd have done it. Just do it. The worst somebody can say is no. The worst that can happen is you're not good at it and you have to find something else. Try all the things that seem like they would be interesting or fun to you. Some things that might not be interesting or fun, try them anyway. Just live your life like you don't have tomorrow, kind of thing. I really think it's crazy to stay inside of a box and be scared to do anything. It's crazy to do that.